the trunk project. So, my subwoofer box, I made a molding of that corner, fits perfectly. I should have been a little more careful cutting that, and I could put some more in there, but you will have to cut this if you want to do this way. And I went ahead and cut the other side too because it was in my way. All this will have to go so I can fit another box. So I'm gonna have to make another molding on that side. But that's perfect. And the Subaru doesn't have the hinges right here in your trunk where it closes on your box. The Civic does, and that's a problem for me. The boxes are sitting up here and the hinges are crushing it. On this, there's nothing in my way. I will get in and bolt or strap or something this in eventually, but I'm still kind of working on the box. I was just, you know, tired of working on the body kit, decided, yep, let's jump to something else, ADHD. I have about 40 projects a day going on these cars, guys. You have no idea. I did black out my tail lights. They say JDM chick when you push the brakes. Yeah, it's just what I can afford right now, guys. When I can afford more, I will do so much more with this bad boy. So that's the subwoofer box, but with the body kit, I'm going to I have not cut the back quarter panel fenders yet. I've got a friend at work where I work, hopefully going to help me weld it. When he's ready to weld it, I'll go ahead and cut the outer sheet metal, cut slits into the inner one and hammer it up for him to help me do the tack weld. Then after he tack welds it, I'll cut the excess off, put some seam sealer and probably paint it. I might even fiberglass it. This up here is a problem because if you see the wide fender comes out and the skirt does not. I was thinking about building something to make this all come around like this, guys, down here, and then fiberglassing all the way underneath here to cover up this chopped up fender, because I did chop that one. The back fits okay. After I get that fender cut, like I said, I might fiberglass it across here so this is closed there and there, front and back. Fiberglass it. So I have ideas of what I want to do, guys. I just need money and more time. I do work 4 days a week, so I don't always get a lot of time, and sometimes Missouri sucks. Misery. It's been raining, so keep watching JDM Chick Customs, guys. I got a lot more stuff coming. Thank you. You're gonna watch videos on it, trying to learn how they do it. On the front, they just cut the fender, right? You can fiberglass it back under. Whatever you want to do, I may fiberglass it in. This I may actually fiberglass in too. But when you get to the back, you're going to have to cut the back fender. So what you do essentially is you put the wide body flare on it, and I can kind of lay it up there for example. I'm actually going to take this tab goes in between your back bumper and your quarter panel. I'm actually going to cut that just a little bit more, but I have to measure it and cut it. Same on both sides. Actually, it looks good like that, actually. Laying up there right at all. Really got it everything covered up. Okay. So you lay it up here like this, and whatever part of your fender you got showing, and I may have to cut more now that I lay that on there. It's not easy, guys. I'm going to tell you it's not easy. Actually, that'll be fun. You want to cut enough to where when you lower your car, your fender comes out here to your quarter panel and your tire tucks under, right? So I have to cut the liner too. But what I'm saying is when you got 2 sheets of metal here, you got your cheap sheet metal on the outside. What you need to do is measure that. What I did was tape it, draw a line to where it was matching. This is what I did. I didn't cut it any shorter. I don't want it too short. And when you watch other YouTube videos, other people are going to show you, well, you just cut that, put slits in here, hammer it up, tack weld it, seam seal it. Okay, essentially that's what you do, but I'm running into a problem. The seam sealer is tough as hell, guys. Like you can see, I've only cut maybe an inch off of here. And the seam sealer really is holding on to this sheet metal. Beep, beep, sheet metal. Okay. So I had to take a screwdriver and a mallet. trying to hammer through it, which is having, you know, all kinds of issues, but I'll get through it here in a minute. I started up here. But I'm just showing you guys what I'm doing. Get this little piece off, and hopefully I've cut enough. So what I'm going to do is kind of, well, no, you know, just laying your fender on there, putting some tape under it, drawing it, to me is the best way to do it. Kind of get this bumper out of the way, because you don't want to cut your plastic bumper when you're cutting this, but just get a regular die grinder and some metal cut wheels. It's doing okay. It's not the greatest. These are Walmart cut wheels, and that's probably why. Not a Menards. Anyway, Menards got better stuff. Anyway, so I'm going to take a hammer and a screwdriver and try to get the rest of that seam sealer out and take this off. And I'll show you guys what I'm doing as I'm doing it. What I am going to do is cut slits in this part of the metal. See how it's separating from the quarter panel metal, the rest of the sheet metal. Fold it up. You got to grind all this down the metal, of course. Then I got to find someone to help me tack weld this. So after we get it tack welded, then I'll re-seam seal it, cut all the extra off, and I'll probably throw some rust prevention paint over it or something. And yeah, that's how you do it. Is it easy? No, it's a pain in the ass. The front one was a little bit easier, but still not great. Now, don't forget, you also got to get up here and you got to cut your liner. It's already hanging out, showing out everywhere. I don't want to completely take it out. It does keep dirt and debris from going up in the framing of your car. Definitely in the front. So my suggestion is just trim it a little bit. So anyway, keep watching, guys, as I do the wide body FRS. In a minute, but the other side, this is what you want to take off, guys, this sheet metal right here. The other side I cut through for, and I went through the actual body of the car. You don't want to go through this part of your sheet metal. You don't want to go through this inner fender. That's what you've got to grind down, cut into slits, and fold up, and tack weld it back to the quarter panel so that it doesn't rust out or get water in it or nothing. That's going to destroy it. Now, if you do this right, which I did this time, this is how you learn, guys. Screw it up the first time, do it right the second time, okay? Second time I said a little prayer, and I said, you know, angel guides, help me not to this up, and they'll help you. Like, you believe me. But get this started just on one end where this little piece of sheet metal, just the outside frame is coming off, and then take you a hammer. That's all you gotta do, guys, hammer right through the seam seal. See? And that outer sheet metal will come right off. And I got about an inch on both sides off. That should be good enough. Tuck my wheels up under. And there's a huge gap till I put the wide fenders back on. But okay. And that is how you're supposed to do it. Don't do it the way I did the other side. That's bad. It's really bad. Just gotta get in there. The problem is the seam sealer. It will hold on to this shit. Guys, that seam sealer is tough. Don't think you're going to hold this and just rip it off, because you will not. It's seam sealed. You have to take a hammer and break it off of there. And I don't recommend to wear a bikini and cut this stuff, but you guys know me. This is me. It's hot as hell out here right now. I'll wear this when I cut the metal. I really don't need it after I'm done cutting the metal. Alright guys, just a quick video here, quick update. Front fenders have been glued on with panel bonding adhesive. It's finally getting dry. Yeah, getting a little more solid. I went underneath the edges about this far under all the screw holes and put it on the fender itself, and then I went around the framing of it just for the hell of it. I'm going to put panel bonding to mold it in anyway. So after 24 hours, I should be able to pull these screws out and it should be glued to the car. So then I can start molding it in, start working on the back. The back is next. So the first thing I want to do, take it off, sand it all as flat as I can on these edges. So you want this as flat as you can get it against the car. That is why there is 50 million ugly ass silver screws in the front fenders, because I'm trying to get as flat as I can. I was worried about this, whether I have to sand it back. It's opening just fine. I think that is flat enough that it will glue down. I've got one screw here just to hold it a little flatter, and I can mold that in later with some plastic Bondo. So So that's where we are at on that. This side is glued too. I did have too many screw holes to begin with, but some Bondo glass. We're going to fill that, sand all this. I'll show you guys what we're doing next. I didn't have time to do a video of what I was doing because I just got on it way too fast and was running out of daylight and just had to get it done. And that screw looks like it's loose, but it don't matter. This is like glued to the car now. I can feel it. I did make these last weekend. It's been 100 degrees. I took them in the house. I already had these louvers cut. I panel bonded some plastic. It's not beautiful yet. I'm still working on it. Some plastic on each side, and then I put some mesh here and painted them black. So that's not done. While that's on the car, I can sand and shape this on the car, which I think is easier than taking it off the car. Next thing up, I owe Mom a little money right now, but once I get her paid, I'm gonna go get some tint on these windows. I don't think there's any at all on these windows. Guys, I really can't tell. I don't see where there is. I'm gonna run it by a place and see. The cheapest and nicest place I found reviews on is Bolivar Tint Company in Bolivar, and it is 30 minutes from here, but you know what? They do a good job, and they want $89 to do the whole car. So what I thought about is taking these off, and I think they'll pop right off and I can redo them. Taking this off. This isn't great, by the way. If you do one of these on the back of your car, slide this thing up as high as you can get it and make sure you have the best double-sided tape in the world, or use some glass glue and glue this thing to the windshield, which I may do eventually. But I'm going to pop it off, let them put 5% tint on here, then put it back on there with some 3M extra strength, because this isn't, see this? And when I open my trunk, I'm scratching the back of this, because if I push it down and hold this down and open my trunk, it's okay. But if I don't, when I open my trunk, which I don't have the keys on me, it's scratching this right here, which is not good. So when I redo it, I'm going to try to move it up. But yeah, I'd like to get some tint, maybe take those off and get tint. That one window that broke last winter is already tinted. And I don't know, guys, you tell me what percent that is. It sure looks like 5%. Maybe not. I just want it to be legal. I don't want a ticket, guys. I've gotten enough tickets lately. If you didn't know, I got 2 tickets recently. I got one in the BRZ for following too closely, God forbid. Trying to get some biatch out of the left lane so I could get around her. And then I got a speeding ticket in the Honda in Bolivar, believe it or not. 21 miles over. I was like, officer, this car isn't even fast, I swear. It's got no compression, leaking oil everywhere. But anyway, yeah, I had to pay those $500. That was not easy. That's why I owe Mom money. Anyway, if you guys can tell what my next project is. Yeah, I'm souping this BRZ up. This car is freaking fun, guys. They make so many parts for it. It is so sexy. And it is a ricer right up my alley that I love. So here is the splitter that I ordered off of eBay. And guys, it's good. Like, this is ABS plastic, but this is like 3/8 or 1/8. I'm not sure. I can't remember what thickness it is. This is thick and it is heavy, and it is Duraflex, so it's bendable. So this will only scratch. This will not crack. I need this because if you see spider webbing and stuff, I'm hitting my bumper on the driveway and it's pulling it and it's cracking it. It's hitting it everywhere. I need this. Plus it looks sexy as hell. And look what I've got to go with it. I'm going to show you guys real quick. I know my videos are just, I'm not the best camera person because I am my camera person. I'm my everything in life right now. So there's my splitter rods. And I just want to put, you know, some like here and here, possibly one on each side, just kind of hold it up. But I think I'll just bolt that into the bumper probably. That is what it looks like with my little can setup on the Subaru, and I like it, guys. I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, tomorrow I have an appointment early in the morning, but I would like to get started on the rear quarter. Let's start sanding it down. Should be able to take the screws tomorrow. I'll wait till tomorrow I get back from my appointment. I'll take my Honda in the morning. Take the screws out and see that this is all glued in. Now, on the day that I start molding this in, I'm taking the headlights out. I'm taking those vents out. I'm taking the tail lights out. Guys, I'm masking everything off because when I start molding that in, it's going to make a huge mess. And I don't want to accidentally get stuff on a headlight or hit a headlight. If you work with this black seam sealer that I used to seam seal, did I tell you guys I did not weld the back? What I ended up doing was panel bonding the 2 sheets of metal together and then using seam sealer. And it may not be beautiful, I don't know if you can see it, but hell, it's done. And it's solid, and ain't nothing getting in there. And I may spray some paint up in there before I glue the fender to it. I haven't decided yet. I don't think it's gonna matter, because this shit is like solid forever, guys. Trust me. If you can see it at all, it's a mess. That's seam sealer and panel bond. The panel bond bonds the 2 panels together. The seam sealer seals that up so water won't get in it. Guys for watching. Keep watching the JDM Chick Customs. I got one hell of a beast I'm building out here.